Welcome to a collection of real research-backed facts that aren't meant to scare you, but they probably will. These are the things most people never hear about. Unsettling science, hidden history, and truths we tend to ignore. No exaggeration, no fiction. Just the kind of facts that stay with you long after the video ends. Let's begin. Fact 1. Pig brains revived after death in 2019. Yale scientists managed to partially revive pig brains 4 hours after death. Using a system called BrainX, they pumped an oxygen-rich fluid through the dead brains. The brain cells resumed activity, metabolizing, firing synapses, even launching immune responses. Although the brains didn't regain consciousness, this experiment changed how we think about life and death. Fact 2. The city used in a secret bioweapon test. In 1950, the US Navy secretly sprayed bacteria into the fog over San Francisco to test vulnerability to biological attacks. They thought the bacteria were harmless. But 11 people ended up in the hospital, and 1 man died. The public never knew until decades later. Fact 3. Project Sunshine and infant bones. During the 1950s, scientists secretly collected bones from around 1,500 deceased infants worldwide without informing families. This was part of Project Sunshine, which studied the effects of nuclear fallout on human tissues. It remained hidden until 1995. Fact 4. Bacteria that resists. 26 antibiotics. In a New Mexico cave, scientists found ancient bacteria naturally resistant to 26 antibiotics, including last resort drugs. This bacteria evolved resistance before humans even existed, raising major concerns about future superbugs. Fact 5. The hidden nuclear disaster. The Kyshtym disaster in 1957 occurred at a Soviet plutonium plant when radioactive waste exploded, contaminating thousands. The Soviet government covered it up for nearly 30 years. Entire villages were affected, and no one was evacuated in time. Fact 6. Blood-drinking butterflies. Some butterflies don't just sip nectar, they also drink blood, sweat, and urine. This behavior, called mud puddling, helps them absorb minerals not found in flowers. Fact 7. Bugs in your food. Legally, according to FDA guidelines, food products like peanut butter can legally contain 30 insect fragments and a rodent hair per 100 grams. Chocolate can have up to 60 insect parts. You've probably eaten more bugs than you realize. Fact 8. Lazarus syndrome. Lazarus syndrome is when someone's heart restarts after doctors have declared them dead. At least 32 cases have been documented. It's rare and mysterious, sometimes linked to CPR pressure buildup. But it shows how unpredictable the human body can be. Fact 9. Unsafe rainwater. A 2022 study revealed that rainwater is now unsafe to drink anywhere on Earth due to PFAS chemicals. These forever chemicals come from non-stick coatings and have spread globally. Fact 10. Microplastics in your blood. In 2022, researchers found microplastics in 80% of blood samples from healthy people. These plastic particles from packaging and clothing now travel through our bloodstream and have even been found in lungs and placentas. Fact 11. Pacemakers vulnerable to hacking. In 2017, the FDA revealed that hundreds of thousands of implanted pacemakers had software flaws that made them vulnerable to hackers. A simple remote signal could have changed a patient's heartbeat. Fact 12. The lost nuclear bomb. In 1958, a U.S. bomber dropped a 7,600-pound nuclear bomb off the coast of Georgia after a mid-air collision. The bomb was never found. Though it lacked its nuclear capsule, experts warned disturbing it could still be dangerous. Fact 13. Supervolcano overdue. Supervolcanoes erupt roughly every 20,000 years. The last major eruption happened 26,000 years ago in New Zealand. That means, statistically, we're overdue. And when it happens, entire regions could be wiped out. Fact 14. Butane in kids' snacks. Some snacks contain TBHQ, a preservative chemically similar to lighter fluid. It's found in crackers, frozen waffles, and candy. Studies link it to immune issues and cancer in lab animals, yet it's still approved. Fact 15. Modern slavery numbers. There are more people living in slavery today than ever before. Over 50 million people are trapped in forced labor or marriages they didn't choose. And it happens in every country, even developed ones. Fact 16. Auto-amputating toes. In severe diabetic cases, a toe can dry out and literally fall off by itself. No surgery needed. This happens due to a condition called dry gangrene, where dead tissue detaches naturally. Fact 17. Germ-blasting hand dryers. Public hand dryers don't just dry your hands, they also blow bacteria all over them. These machines suck in bathroom air, often contaminated by toilet flush particles, and then blast it back onto your skin. Fact 18. Testicular torsion. While sleeping. Testicular torsion, when a testicle twists and cuts off its blood supply, can happen while you sleep. It's most common in teenagers and young adults, and it's a medical emergency. Fact 19. You're constantly being watched step outside your house, and you're likely being recorded. Not just by CCTV, but by doorbells, store cams, and phones. In some cities, you're caught on camera more than 70 times per day. Fact 20. Sweat communicates emotion. We subconsciously sniff others' sweat for emotional signals. Our brains detect stress, fear, or pain through chemical cues in sweat. Fact 21. 600,000 people go missing each year in the US alone. Over 600,000 people are reported missing every year. About 1% are never found. That adds up to thousands who vanish without a trace, some of them children. Fact 22. Kids who hear voices. Between 5% and 16% of children and teens hear voices that aren't real. For most, it's temporary. But for others, it may indicate deeper mental health issues that often go unnoticed. Fact 23. Brain virus found in humans. In 2014, scientists discovered a virus called ATCV1, usually found in algae living in human throats. It didn't make people sick, but the infected performed 10% worse on cognitive tests. Fact 24. 1 in 50 has a brain aneurysm. If you know 50 people, odds are one of them has a brain aneurysm. It's a weakened blood vessel that could rupture without warning. Fact 25. Intrusive thoughts are normal. Ever had a horrible thought like, what if I jumped off this ledge? You're not alone. 95% of people experience intrusive thoughts. They don't define who you are. It's just your brain being random. Fact 26. Tumors can grow teeth and hair. Teratomas are tumors that can grow teeth, hair, even eyeball tissue. They usually form during early development, and though rare, they've been found in various body parts. Fact 27. You shed millions of skin cells daily. Your body sheds around 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells every minute. That's roughly 9 pounds per year, so much of your household dust is made of dead skin. Fact 28. Your pillow might double in weight. Over time, your pillow can double in weight due to absorbed sweat, dust mites, and dead skin. Experts recommend replacing it every 1 to 2 years. Fact 29. Gene editing octopuses. Octopuses can rewrite their own RNA, meaning they can change how their bodies work without altering their DNA. This ability is extremely rare in nature and still not fully understood. Fact 30. Tap water isn't as clean as you think. Even treated tap water can contain trace amounts of pharmaceuticals, lead, chlorine byproducts, and microplastics. That's why some experts recommend using water filters at home. Fact 31. There's no safe level of exposure to some toxins according to the World Health Organization. There is no safe level of exposure for toxins like lead. Still feeling okay? If even one of these facts got under your skin, you're not alone. The world is full of strange, dark truths, and sometimes knowing them is the only way to really understand the world we live in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, and let us know, which fact will you never forget?